Because tariffs started coming in January. The first day of January. The first day of the president's term he started with new tariffs. The price of overall goods has since December, the price of imported goods has gone got as not only is there no evidence that the tariffs relating to any economically specific inflation at all. But it seems if anything, the opposite is happening. Greater than can you explain to people WHO or not an economic expert why this is happening? Greater than so, part of the reason why it's happening is because the United States holds all the cards here, right? We have the leverage because we are the largest consumer markets in the world, because we have flexibility about WHO we can buy from, where we can choose to import from. Or to make things domestically ourselves instead, and that gives US the leverage to create a situation in which other people have to ultimately bear the burden of these tariffs. That's part of why what you are seeing in the data is that there is no inflation as a result of these things. There is no increase in consumer prices as a US or of these tariffs. If anything, the situation is actually extremely benign. So those WHO have been very concerned about tariffs have got it wrong again just as they did in 2018, 2019. Greater than Charlie. It is kind of remarkable to think about. We often talk about the power of our military, but the power of your economy is probably the greatest weapon that we have. What is on deck? You know, we hear rumors of different deals coming down the pike and beings obviously. President Trump announced new threats of tariffs against countries if they don't make deals. Even including against some of our best allies like Japan and South Korea. What can you tell US about what might be coming down the pike? Greater than so the president knows these tariffs give US so much leverage because we do have the largest consumer marketed in the world and because we can force others to ultimately accept the cost of the tariffs. And the president knows that, and that helps him, you know, procure concessions from other countries, which has already resulted in few deals that have been great for America. I would still be optimistic that we can see more deals before the end of the week. However, it's incumbent on the other countries to make the concessions that convince the president that the deals are worth taking for America. Because, otherwise, as you saw with the letters the president sent out yesterday, if these countries don't step up and if they don't take steps to address the decades of grieved justly wide trade deficits the United States has run with them, that's not enough to convince him. You get the letters with very high tariff rates as a